Bishop Robert Barron sat down for an interview with Russell Brand, and at one point, Bishop Barron explained a very important truth and perspective on what the Catholic Church's actual role in the culture is and what it can do for people. In a modern world where so many are suffering, searching for meaning, and need a firm rock to buttress their mind and life to, the Church has something great and profound to offer. Bishop Barron kind of goes off here, and for someone with as much to say as Russell Brand, he's left almost speechless and looks stunned at the end of this. Pay attention to his face. This is really good. Handing this over to Bishop Barron. Listen to this.
Do you feel that the part of what rationalism has inhered is a sense through relativism that everything is kind of tepid and difficult to understand, that there are no moral absolutes, there is nothing upon which we can hold with certainty, there is nowhere where you can throw yourself and receive grace? And do you feel that that is somehow deliberate? And if indeed there are dark powers in the principality, would that not be one of the results?
Yes. Let me put it in terms of the ultimate question of God's existence. From Feuerbach on through Freud and many others, they always throw the charge at religious people that, well, it's just wishful thinking. It's, what you want it to be true. And so you invent God and so on. They never turn it though back on themselves, that there can be a lot of wishful thinking involved in an atheist. Because to say, oh, there's no God, there's no absolute norm. There's no absolute norm for epistemic, aesthetic, or moral values. Well, then I can live any old way I want. Well, that's enormously attractive to a compromised and fallen soul. If the world of objective value turns you upside down, it claims you and it sends you and it redefines you, there's part of that process that it's exhilarating if you surrender to it, but it's overwhelming if hey, I don't want that. That's making way too much of a demand on me. So I'm going to pretend all of that stuff is just private opinion, culturally conditioned. There's nothing objective to it. It makes my life a lot easier and duller. And I think that's, we're looking at a lot of young people, the boredom among young people. That's what a purely materialistic and relativistic worldview will generate. I see, to me, religion, Russell, is an invitation to adventure. And I know, look, I'm wearing this drab black suit and all that, and there's different reasons why we do that. But in the common imagination, there's an association of religion with these poor nerdy people that, they're living at this very low level. On the contrary, religion is meant to open you to adventure. It's materialism and relativism that is the door to banality and tepidity. What makes life fun and adventurous. St. Irenaeus, whose feast day we had a couple days ago, the glory of God as a human being fully alive. That's the game. That's what we want, is to have people fully alive. That happens through a surrender to objective value. And see, thank God that the church, despite we're getting attacked all the time, and I get it for all the different reasons, but that there's some voice in the culture that's calling for objective value. Because if we surrender just this great sea of relativism, we're like a lot of people on, air mattresses floating around, no relation to each other, but no energy, no sense of purpose or direction. The great river of directionality has turned into this big lazy lake, and all we're doing is lying on our air mattresses, bored by our own relativism. So the church it's against St. Paul again. It's this grab you by the shoulders quality, like wake up, look, open your eyes. That's, Chesterton had that observation about, you look at Christian statuary, like on Chartres Cathedral. He said the saints don't have their eyes closed. They've got them kind of wildly open, big open eyes, because they're looking out at this extraordinary world of value. That's how I read the church and its role in the culture.